Look up, Esteban.
Full change of scenery, right? They got, two new faces. That's what helps a team, move forward. And I mean, to me, Haas, and I don't know whether I put it down to Gunter leaving or kind of flavor and a way to run the team. I don't know what the reason is right now. Yep. We'll get down to the last 2 minutes, and Hamilton and Russell.
Russell, that yellow leads in the second sector. So it doesn't look good for the lap overall.
Second to last, given their previous performances. That could be the program they're on. I would say it's definitely a little bit surprising, especially with Lawson over 3 seconds off the base. First time out, yeah. But as you said at the start, the price is for P1. 135, 395.
Mazzacani.
Oh, Mazzacani, I remember that name.
Yep.
This connection issue. Yep. The radio with update
For the Civics.
One more pass.
Verstappen has a ghost in the car. Something as simple as that, the two teams will just a small electrical glitch. They'll just come in, pump the steering wheel off, pump the new one back on, and a spare wheel back on. Hopefully something like that will be fixed. Alpine with both new liveries for this weekend. The Alpine, very distinctive in the black and pink, but they've done that before. Reminds me of like a 2004 Sauber. Yeah. Yeah. Good looking car. Yeah, it was actually, yeah. Shout out Heinz. I like Heinz. Yeah. Don't forget watching Heinz Howard French and try to understand Eddie Jordan. There's some history. I'm going to say history for you today. A little bit more careful, a little bit more patient, which is obviously a word that we don't really understand that well, but that can pay off in a massive way. Yeah, this is the second Formula One calendar. We're expecting speeds of, well, not quite, but almost 200 miles an hour.
Last year's top speed through the speed trap was Charles Leclerc, I believe, or maybe 17 miles an hour and change.
Too much, and I don't really know whether Mercedes, you kind of throw up a dice in the air for the former Mercedes currently in the last sort of 5 or 6 Grand Prix. Every weekend it's kind of like, sometimes they're nowhere. Yeah, and there's part of us, I think, that would love to see Lewis Hamilton have one last really good race with Mercedes before he moves to Ferrari.
I like the orange guy.
There's Colapinto crossing into the pit entry lane. That's a violation. There is Liam Lawson on your big screens.
And as you can see, he's got a lid painted specially for Las Vegas. His first time here. And in fact,
he is in the middle of a real conundrum for the 4 cars in Formula One. who's going to drive what next year? We know where Max will be, but who's driving the other 3 cars?
These decisions, and it seems like all the contracts are signed by Lawson.
Who knows who's going to be ready? I enjoy it.
Saw Verstappen throwing sparks everywhere. They're running that car really low to the track.
How long does it take, usually? Let's say you were at Long Beach. How long would you start to push after so many laps?
Well, the thing is that there's the actual surface of the tire. So you could easily warm the surface of the tire, which is what the tire warmers are designed to do. But same matching temperature, that's when you can really add this point.
Oscar Piastri scored a point here, but it was a pretty awful weekend.
Weather conditions, I mean, it's so difficult for those guys. I mean, everyone is, they're putting on new tires and immediately going off the track just because there's no grip in the surface. But it's fun. I love this. It's great.
Yellow striped medium compound Pirellis for Lewis Hamilton as he tries to navigate a corner. Right now, Kevin Magnussen, Haas Formula 1 for the lap at 1 minute 42.6.
It's great to see Kevin do that. I mean, you gotta have it. Exciting for the fans. Crazy, and that's cold tires. So that it's something that, again, drivers hate, but it creates some action. It creates the extra, which is obviously what they get paid very well to do.
Exactly.
Plus you're on a street circuit, so right over there to the left and right is an unyielding
The thing about these tire warmers is that they're so helpful to make sure that the car does not move differently. Maybe some new aero pieces on the car. You know, the Floviz paint in the FP1 session. So they're going to go through everything that they basically wanted to show up with. Because last year there were some teams that clearly missed it. You know, McLaren being tough go for them in qualifying. And once you kind of get a general balance, you can go to FP2 and be like, okay, here's how we refine it.
These guys and a lot of your friends, what do they think of the Vegas circuit? Do they like it?
I was surprised just at how it was last year, and that's a great surprise. It's definitely it's a wild one, and having a straight as long as we do here, it's almost like we get free action, which is really cool. So, which is encouraging because drivers love to complain. We'll tell you everything about what we hate.
Yeah, that is just pure dust. It looks as though there's been an accident when you look at that long shot, but it's a long lens shot for one, and then there's so much dust, as you can see, that left a little bit wide there by the McLaren of Norris. When you see that shot, it looks ominous.
Struggling with just the glaze of the surface. It's not quite accepting the time. We will see it rubber in. You will see that change. In the race might be even more difficult. Time you won't be able to push. But sometimes just being a little bit more careful, a little bit more patient, which is obviously a word that we don't really understand that well, but that can pay off in a massive way.
Yeah, this is the second on the Formula 1 calendar, and we're expecting speeds of, well, not quite, but down that back straight.
It's got real money. 17 miles an hour and change.
Too much, and I don't really know whether Mercedes, you kind of throw up a dice in the air for the former Mercedes currently in the last sort of 5 or 6 Grand Prix. Every weekend it's kind of like, well, sometimes they're surprised, sometimes they're nowhere.
There's part of us, I think, that would love to see Lewis Hamilton have one last really good race with Mercedes before he moves to Ferrari.
I like the orange guy. You see the spark?
There's Colapinto crossing into the pit entry lane. That's a violation.
Short penalty for that. Well, that is narrow though, isn't it? Reading up, the delta's about just over 20 seconds, and that includes your pit stop. So it's short. It's a short in and out.
Very short.
In that respect.
So we can watch the remote.
Helpful for the strategists out there, that's for sure.
That means the undercut, where you pit behind your rival, try to get a quick pit stop, get out on fresh tires, and use the golden laps to get around before your rival can do the same thing.
I thought he said the car won't turn, which is normal, or he's got his.
So to finish my point, the undercut is
Nobody trying the hard yet, but I think this is really more of sighting, isn't it, at this point? You get some laps in and feel what the actual track is doing at this point. Oscar Piastri scored a point here, but it was a pretty awful weekend.
I mean, it's so difficult for those guys. I mean, everyone is they're putting on new tires and immediately going off the track just because there's no grip in the surface. But it's fun. I love this. This is great.
yellow striped medium compound Pirellis for Lewis Hamilton as he tries to navigate a corner. Right now, Kevin Magnussen, American-owned Haas Formula One, for the lap in 1 minute 42.64.
It's great to see Kevin do that. I mean, you've got to have leaving the Haas team obviously at the end of the year, and it'd be nice to leave on a high note for those guys over there.
Ooh, guys, something's gone wrong here, or somebody's gone offline.
That's street racing.
I guess so, yeah.
I see no yellow flags anywhere.